Hi everyone, you're welcome to this channel. Today is yet another beautiful day, and I'm going to be telling you about why I still love Nigeria despite everything the country is going through. You remember these days, Nigeria is going through a lot of challenges in the area of insecurity, governance, economy, and so many things have gone wrong in the country, and we're still alive. You wonder why I choose hope and patriotism. But there are so many reasons why I choose that. And some of these things, I will be giving you personal memories that keep my love for Nigeria alive. And I still have hope that when the right people are in power, of course, they'll get to be in power. Things are going to change for good, and all of us will be celebrating our beloved country. Now, one of the things that made me love my people and my country is that Nigerians are highly resilient in very many situations. Like, no matter how tough it is, I remember when the subsidy was removed in the country, vehicles stopped. You go to the road and you don't see vehicles on the road. Cars, motorcycles, and most of the vehicles that use fuel are not there. You don't see them. The whole place will be empty, and you wonder what is happening. Would Nigeria ever come back? But few months down the line, today if you go to the road, you see cars everywhere, and you wonder what is happening. It's just that something has changed, but it's still. The subsidy is still. The subsidy that was removed is still removed. It's not that it has been replaced back, but people are still surviving. It's such a very tough and hard situation, but Nigerians were able to survive it. And the other thing is that this fuel subsidy, it skyrockets the prices of goods and services. Food items almost tripled. Some of them, like, they multiply by 4 or even more. And so the people that were surviving were doing pretty well, ended up struggling for what to eat. But after some time, Nigerians were able to develop some strategy, and you see them living very, very happy. I could remember when the subsidy was removed in I'm from northern Nigeria. There's something, our people begin to mine some natural resources. They call it zircon, monazite, and kali. These are minerals, we don't know about them. But when the economy went down, people were able to uncover this, and it's highly abundant. It's everywhere. Almost every stream you go, you find this natural resources. They are there, these natural minerals. People went on mining this all over the place, and there's good market for it. Millions and millions or tens of millions of Nigerians were able to survive using or mining these minerals, which is very, very cool. They've been able to make the most of this, the availability of these resources, and get something out of it, which is cool. When insurgency, banditry, robbery, and all these vices came up, and people were so scared, how are we going to survive? Various communities begin to take certain measures that's going to help secure their communities. I remember recently in one of the states in northwestern Nigeria, kidnappers came into the community and abducted some members of their community. They went and hiding, demanding for over 100 million naira before they will release their members. One funny thing is that the members of this community knows the families of the kidnappers. So they went their way. They went and kidnapped the family of the kidnappers. So the community people hold those people and said, okay, now you've taken our people, and we also took members of your family. So whatever it is that you do for them, we're going to do also for your own family, which is crazy. And of course, they reached an agreement. They released their people so that they too, their family, the family of the kidnappers, will also be released. So it was a sort of an agreement. It went that way. But I was so scared that why are the authorities, when these people know that, yes, these are our kidnappers, but how is it that it's known, but nothing has been done? Why are they still there? Why is it that kidnapping is, those kidnappers are known and they're not, like, they are sort of pampered? Why? We don't know. We don't know why they're pampered. But it's so funny that we have to go through all this life-threatening situations. So Nigerians are very, very good at becoming resilient in whatever situation you find themselves. Nigerians try to make way where there seems to be no way, which is very, very good. This their resilient spirit has earned them a lot. In whatever part of the aspect of life they put themselves, they try to do and do pretty well. The other area I love about Nigerians is that Nigerians, their sense of humor is on another level, and that's why whenever I leave, I always remember my friends, my family members, and they try to make life look very easy for you. When you're among Nigerians, you notice that they are a sort of people that have very high hope in virtually everything. They don't take no for an answer for most cases, and they don't believe that their path will lead them to failure. They always believe there's a positive side to everything they do. So they always keep pushing and pushing until they have a positive result out of it, which is crazy. It's so beautiful that I always want to be among Nigerians because even if the situation appeared to be very tough and harsh, Nigerians will make fun out of it. Nigerians will make fun out of it. That sense of humor keeps them, even in hard situations, it keeps them moving. It pushes them in virtually every situation. So that spirit is such a beautiful one that, yes. Another thing about Nigerians I love so much is their love for one another. Guys, it's on another level. I remember recently I was riding a bike and something happened that stopped. The bike stopped and there was something failed and I couldn't move with the bike anymore. So I was stranded, of course, in the night, trying to push the bike, but it wasn't going. And I could remember within a space of 20 minutes, more than 10, when they see me on the road, looking stranded, they will just stop. It was in the night, around 11 p.m. in the night. I was wondering, oh, look at how insecurity has become a very big issue, this, especially here in northern Nigeria. Yet, in the night, people stop to see if they can help you. And I remember when I tell them to just go, I'll fix it. They will go and always wish me well. So somebody came and he passed. He asked me if there's a way he could help. I said, okay, I had problem with the back wheel. The rear wheel is having problem and I can't push it. The man came, he stopped and looked at the rear wheel, and he was able to spot one or two things he could do to help, and he did that, and I was able to climb, and he pushed me for over 5 kilometers before I got to where I could find help. So you just imagine how people are willing to help. That community spirit, that love is still within Nigerians. Even the poorest Nigerian will always be willing to give you, some help if there's need. And this I love about Nigerians. Once you find yourself stranded in one situation, go to the nearest Nigerian you will find, and he will help you, provided he can do it. Even if he cannot do it, he will advise you where to go and find help. It's such a beautiful thing. You can't just get stranded, and that is why in Nigeria, you can live from any part of Nigeria to any other part of the country and you don't feel stranded, because you know that it is free to offer help in most cases. So you can just walk up to somebody and ask him for help, and somebody will be very willing to help you. Somebody will stop whatever he's doing to offer help. This thing is such a very, very, very good thing I so much love at Nigeria. I always miss Nigerians whenever I'm out of. And guys, the other thing I love about my people is their spirit of excellence. Guys, though it is said that Nigeria know they carry last, it's not like they always. It's not like they're always comfortable with being somewhere in the middle. Nigerians will always want to be at the top, and provided they understand the structure, the system, how it works, they will try to climb the ladder. They always want to be the best in whatever situation they find themselves. This is very, very good. And one thing I love so much about Nigerians, they always try to find themselves at the top of every organization or system, provided they meet the criteria. They will work and get there. And that is why we find a lot of Nigerians leading in various areas where you find them. That is part of them. I don't know how it is. I don't know why we had that, but it's God's given spirit. And another thing is I love about not Nigerians this time around, but Nigeria as a country, is that we live in a land that is highly fertile. And not only fertile, Nigeria is rich in natural and human resources. There are so many natural resources in the country, thousands upon thousands of natural minerals in the country. So it's very, very rich. You can choose to be a farmer and do very, very well in the country. You can choose to be a farmer and be wealthy because we have fertile land. And today there are so many people that have made life out of farming, and they've become very big and very rich farming. So farming is a very big business. So Nigeria as a country is rich, and so rich. Unfortunately, it has the bad, the good, and the ugly. We have our own challenges, but despite the challenges, we have learned to grow with it. And I felt this is something worth commending. There's very little that the government is doing to support an ordinary man. There's very little. So we don't rely on the government in most cases, because there are so many promises that government has made and has not been able to live up to their promises. They tell you there's going to be a kind of support from them. Out of how many million people, over 200 million, you hardly can see 1 million people enjoying such benefits. It's such a crazy thing. But then we've learned to move on, and this beautiful spirit has kept us moving, and we've been able to overcome a lot of challenges because of this resilience and our ability to adapt to changes and move things on our own. I felt it's such a great thing for us Nigerians, and I'm sure so many people that love Nigerians love them for these reasons and many more. I had some of my friends asking me, why is it that I'm so much in love with my people, my country, and everything about Nigeria is natural. I cannot just run away from Nigeria. I am a Nigerian, and there are so many things I love about Nigeria. In fact, sometimes you leave the city and go to the village. That's where life is even more fun. I love being in the village. The love you see in the village is way beyond what we see in the cities. I live in the cities actually. I live in the city, but I love the villages even more because there are so many things that are happening naturally. You find your people, your community, your relations, almost everybody you find in the village, you are related in one way or the other. So every home, every house you see is your house. Every home you see, you are related with. So, that sense of harmony, that sense of love when you go to the village is, on another level. I just miss Nigerian community. It's amazing. Being among Nigerians is such a blessing. I always love it. I always feel at home. In fact, they are people you get used to very quickly, very easily, very fast. So Nigeria is such a beautiful place. And the challenges we're facing, we are very sure that after some time, God's willing, things are going to change for good, and we're going to find a place. Nigeria is going to be a very big and beautiful. When corruption is reduced, and when Nigerians can trust the electoral processes, when we have leaders that truly love Nigerians and love Nigeria, and of course they are coming. And once we get those people, we are very sure that our country is going to be one of the best places, one of the best countries around. People will love and will love to be in. So, beautiful guys, I've taken quite some time. I hope we understand with me why I'm so much in love with my country, Nigeria, and I will continue to love my country despite the challenges. Thank you so much. We hope to meet on another episode, and I hope to tell you even more when I have the time. This is Nigeria. This is my love for my country. Thank you so much. We live to see again. Have a nice day.